back in the hard bend, they look fast. They've actually got a really good turn of speed to them, about 35 miles an hour on the open road, so that gave you some sort of protection. They've also really got the armour.
Welcome to Operation Market Harborough, one of the premier events of the year. Before we get stuck in, here's a look at what's coming up later. Boots by the dash, my hand on the wheel. Your name still burns like a cigarette. A little bit of fire. There's an enormous amount to see here. Everything from the rather unusual to some very serious looking machinery. And later, we're going to be heading into the arena where some of them are going to get rather dirty. It's the kind of hurt that don't slow down, like thunder rolling over this town. We were dust and thunder. But before all that, let's go back to earlier in the weekend and see some of the vehicles arriving. With the radio on, you were lightning in my blood. One touch from you had me all torn up. Now I'm driving through the smoke of what we were, trying not to drown in your echo, girl. Yeah, I was the man who thought love was strong, but we burned too bright to hold on. We were dust and thunder. If you're wondering how I managed to get all of these shots of the vehicles arriving, it's because I decided to make a full weekend of it in camp from Thursday through to Monday. If you're planning to visit OMH next year, I highly recommend it as a way of getting great value from your weekend. There's a bar on Main where they say your name, like nothing changed, like I'm still the same. But the band plays loud and the floorboards shake, and all I hear is the sound of us break. Blue jeans, black night, county line, your hand in mine felt for damn right. Now the moon hangs over fields of gold, and I'm out here trying to carry on alone. It's the kind of herb that don't back down. Staying on site also means you get to see some of the action that happens out of hours. So before we have a tour of the showground, let's have a look at what goes on after hours. One of the reasons you get to see all of this activity out of hours is the size of the arena. It's absolutely huge and much bigger than many other events. That means the private owners, who often don't get to stretch their vehicles very far, actually manage to get out of first and second gear. That can lead to complications, and you may see some of that coming up soon. Sun on the hood, it's a copper kind of shine. Gravel in my tires, red clear my mind. Coffee in the thermos, name on the side. Clock says go, so I let her ride. Boss man talks, I just nod and grin, cause I know where I'm going when the whistle quits. Work all day, let the sweat roll through.
As you'd expect from an event like this, it's not all love and direction. There's reenactment groups and aesthetic displays. So let's have a look at those now before we come back for the main action over the weekend.
Like glow when the tailgate song, ice in the cooler and the night rolls on. Hands get rough, but my heart stays right. Kiss tastes sweet in the neon light. If you want real love, you know what to do. Girl, I'm country through and through. Fans pose lean, but it holds the line. Same as me when the times get tight. Old dog waits by the screen door frame, like where you been, like nothing changed. Your mom's grace and my daddy don't quit. All my love ain't loud, it's steady kind of grip. Paycheck thin, but the grind stands tall. I keep my word, yeah, that's my law. When the dust settles down and the stars shine new, I thank the Lord for life that's true. I'm small town steady, I'm back road ready. Two-step heavy, feel good Betty. Porch light glow and a tailgate song. Ice in the cooler and the night rolls on. Hands get rough, but my heart stays right. Kiss takes sweet in the neon light. If you want real love, you know what to do. Girl, I'm country through and through. Chasing Hollywood, ain't chasing fame. I'm chasing daylight and a good last name. I don't need much, just a little bit of grace. And you in my arms in a slow dance bass. Let the speakers rattle, let the world move on. I'm right where I'm from, and I'm standing strong. Yeah. Stay dusty, truck stays trusty. Porch light on and a tailgate's on. Feel roll straight and the weed don't moan. Hands get rough, but my heart stays white. Kids taste sweet in the neon light. If you want real love, you know what to do. Running country through and through. Porch light, porch light, porch light, porch light. Highway, me and you.
Now, before we get stuck into the main action for the weekend, how about we take a trip around the arena in one of those Land Rovers we saw just now? As you can imagine, it'll be very dusty, so it does limit what we get to see, but I hope you enjoy. Now, as we pass the turbo scamel on the right hand side, struggling to go over one of the obstacles, let's go back to the opening ceremony. Once the parade is over, we'll move on to a display by the Military Vehicles Trust. Now, if you're looking to get into military vehicles, they're a great organisation that should be able to help you do that.
You people make a lot of friends out of it. Some people are in Jeeps, they love them. Those people that don't own Jeeps don't. If you're post-war, you don't like Jeeps. And if you're wartime, you tend not to like post-war. So there's all this sort of interesting stuff going on. So you see the point as it goes over. That short wheelbase makes it a really excellent vehicle.
After the MVT members parade comes the wheeled open arena. This is where all the private owners get to drive around the arena in their vehicles. This is where I got to take part on Sunday morning in the Land Rover.
Now been mostly phased out for that is a Morris ambulance. It is extremely rare, possibly the only one in the country, maybe the only one in the world. They didn't make many Morris ambulances. It's World War II. Most of the ambulances, if you know your thing, were Austin K2s. They were known as KTs. Famous, different-looking Jeep here going past. On the back, it's got the radio mast. That's actually an M151 Mutt, and it is a Vietnam Jeep. So don't worry, you're about to go over. And with a Humvee, you just put your foot on the floor and hope like hell it's going to make it. As you can see, that's exactly what that person has just done. Just put your foot down and over it goes. They're amazingly versatile, even though they're quite wide, and a lot of that is just down to the power of the engine, which is just huge. Advanced, lots of teething trouble with it, and they realise it costs 3 times as much as this beautiful vehicle
steel was still, in essence, rationed, so he uses aluminium, surplus from the aircraft industry. We're not building quite as many planes. So that's why the Land Rover story is an interesting one that comes together, and we start by having, at one moment, we had the Duke in service in the early 90s, armoured version done by Babcock, all sorts of things. The big issue is so much of it's procurement. You've got to learn the lesson of filling off of the system, but actually finding a system somewhere, so the budget can actually still buy you something. Family of wheeled armoured vehicles being sold all around the world. I've got absolutely no idea what that lovely big eight-wheeler is driving past their location. It's all quite good on the land. Again, you can see the high-end cranes on the top. We've got some of these lovely recovery vehicles sector for a number of years till the spares run out. With other vehicles, maybe armour, very little you can do with an armoured vehicle. You can cut the armour off, maybe use some chassis. You can try with Sherman tanks, there's a scheme to make them into ploughing vehicles. They have something called the feedback scheme out in Kenya.
Unfortunately, in this clip, we get to see what happens when a vehicle that doesn't get to do much normally gets pushed hard in a large arena. It does give us an opportunity, though, to see a heavy recovery.
Some of these recovery vehicles, you can see there, one of the later model ferrets driving along. It's got behind it this sort of stowage. That basically the higher stowage means they can get access to the engine bay. These were used in the first Gulf War. Up against the later in the year. It's actually got coming out what the armour was. Now these yak hands are very rare, one comes just M3 and the M5 Stuart tanks, three different models. They didn't call the M4, or the Western version called the M4. The Americans, they thought if they're in the front line somewhere, if the enemy send their tanks towards you, you don't use your own tanks in an anti-tank role, you send for the tank destroyers. And the very first one, again, were actually half-tracked with guns pulling the back, and they stopped.
Following a short arena break, it's time for a display on combat engineering. As we get ever closer to the now infamous tank drag racing, it's time for a quick look at some light tanks and other lightweight military vehicles.
That is the wheeled equivalent, because again, as I mentioned earlier, in Britain we thought, do we want back armour for reconnaissance, or do we want wheeled armour for reconnaissance, stored inside the cylinder, when we look like a real fighting vehicle that can do some damage. That's also necessary technology impacts, but we didn't take track vehicles to Northern Ireland. Troubles. Only once in Northern Ireland the track vehicles go there, and that would probably put some rubber pads. That just came in the 1960s. You look at earlier vehicles like the Carrier going past us, they're not. They're what they call aggressive track. And if you've got a 107, 105mm gun, you've got a power start with Harris, and underneath it, it's very sensitive steering. You don't want to be going over the edge of the road all the time. Big tank hull, but on top, an anti-aircraft system. Come up with what becomes the Leopard tank. The Mark I Leopard, the Germans decide to go for speed and firepower. In the Second World War, they tended to go for armour protection and ability to defend cover.
So for the last minute or two we've been enjoying some post-war tank development, but how about we see them have a drag race?
Well, that looks to me very clear winners there. The two in the front of the two Leopards, 272. Can't see through the dust. What's going on over the back?
Now, it probably wasn't a surprise that the two Leopard 1s came first in that drag race, but keep watching for the next round.
Took some of the older Centurions and built these tank houses on the top, and you can see there wooden blocks on the front that they wrote and were covered ground vehicles. The second We have to say, for a vehicle that was first put together in 1950, the Centurion ARV there is doing really rather well. So back to, you can have a very powerful engine, one there.
Now, if you want to watch the grand finale, I actually put that in a separate video, so I'll leave a link in the top right hand corner if you want to go and watch that. But as we finish, I'll leave you a walk around all of the vehicles as they lined up at the end of the parade.
Red sky fading on a two-lane road, her boots by the dash, my hand on the wheel. Your name still burns like a cigarette, a little bit of fire, I ain't outrun yet. Cheap gas station coffee, midnight, small town ghost, but I still feel you there. Every mile marker hits like truth, I'm a grown man losing sleep over you. It's the kind of hurt that don't slow down, like thunder rolling over this town. We were dust and thunder, wild and young, a little backseat heavy with the radio on. You were lightning in my blood, one touch from you had me all torn up. Now I'm driving through the smoke of what we were, trying not to drown in your echo, girl. Yeah, I was the man who thought love was strong, but we burned too bright to hold on. We were dust and thunder. nothing changed, like I'm still the same. But the band plays loud and the floorboards shake, and all I hear is the sound of us break. Blue jeans, black.
And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you again soon.
And I'm out here trying to carry on alone. It's the kind of herb that don't back down.